Let's pause everything for a moment. Not the world, not your phone, not your responsibilities, just you. Just you. Take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale slowly. Now ask yourself, what if I focused on me, truly, fully, unapologetically, until I became everything I'm meant to be? That question is why this audiobook exists. We live in a time where it's easier than ever to lose ourselves. Social media shows us highlight reels of other people's lives. Society pushes us to meet unrealistic expectations, and the constant noise, distracts us from the one person we should be paying the most attention to, ourselves. But what if you chose a different path? What if you decided to block out the noise, ignore the comparisons, reject the pressure to be anything other than your best self, and focused every drop of your energy, time, and effort into you? That decision, to focus on you, could change everything. Because the truth is, the real battle isn't out there. It's in here. Success doesn't start with the job, the money, the followers, or the validation. It starts with clarity, with focus, with commitment, with you. This audiobook is not just a motivational speech. It's a roadmap, a guide, a companion on the journey back to your purpose, your power, and your potential. You will learn how to protect your energy in a world full of distractions. You'll discover how to build mental toughness and unshakable self-belief. You'll embrace the habits, mindset, and routines that high achievers use to win, not once but over and over again. And you'll start creating momentum that leads to real, lasting change. Not because someone else told you to, but because you chose to show up for yourself. Here's what you need to know right now. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are becoming. Every second you spend listening to this audiobook is a deposit into the future version of yourself. The one who's more focused, more grounded, more successful, and more fulfilled. And the beautiful thing about focusing on yourself? Nobody can take it from you. Not the economy. Not opinions. Not rejection. Not fear. Because once you unlock the power of your focus, and you truly commit to your growth, you will become unstoppable. So, if you've been feeling lost, distracted, drained, or like you're living for everyone else except yourself, this is your turning point. This audiobook is your permission to let go of what no longer serves you. Take ownership of your life again. And commit, fully, to your evolution. Focus on you. Until you grow. Until you heal. Until you rise. Until you win. Are you ready? Then let's begin your journey. Chapter 1. The Power of Focus. Why you are your greatest asset. Take a moment right now, close your eyes if you can, and ask yourself one simple question. What would happen if I gave myself my full attention? Not halfway. Not sometimes. Not when it's convenient or when people are watching. But fully. Deliberately. Consistently. That question, if answered with action, can change your entire life. 1.1. The source of all change is you. Every breakthrough, every transformation, every victory you've ever admired in others began with one thing: self-focus. It wasn't luck. It wasn't talent alone. It wasn't connections. It was a decision, a bold, quiet decision to focus inward before seeking anything outward. You are your greatest project. You are your greatest responsibility. And the moment you realize that everything you want begins with the person in the mirror, your life begins to shift. Most people spend their lives focused outward. What others think of them. What others are achieving. What others are saying. But winners? Achievers? They reverse that direction. They take that energy and redirect it toward themselves. Toward self-mastery. Toward purpose. Toward growth. 1.2. The anatomy of focus. Focus isn't just about productivity. It's about power. It's the ability to channel your mental, emotional, and physical energy toward a singular goal, and hold it there despite the chaos of the world. Focus has 3 dimensions. Mental focus, the discipline to prioritize, plan, and stay on track. Emotional focus, the ability to manage your mood, ignore drama, and stay centered even when others try to knock you off balance. Spiritual focus, a deeper alignment with your why, your core values, mission, and reason for waking up every day. When these 3 align, you don't just make progress, you become unstoppable. Focus isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most with unwavering intensity. 1.3. Distraction is the enemy of potential. The harsh truth? Most people never win because they're constantly distracted. They're pulled in 1,000 directions, trying to do too much, please too many, and prove themselves to everyone but themselves. Social media. Endless notifications. News cycles. Gossip. Jealousy. Doubt. All of these are thieves. Thieves of focus. Thieves of greatness. Every time you give your energy to something that doesn't move you forward, you're placing a bet against your own future. But you have the power to stop this. Right now. You can reclaim your focus by becoming intentional. What do you consume? Who do you spend time with? What are you working toward each day? Start asking, does this serve the life I'm building? If it doesn't, let it go. 1.4. Self-focus is not selfish, it's survival. Let's get something straight. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It's necessary. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't build a legacy when you're burnt out. You can't lead, love, or succeed if you're constantly abandoning yourself to please the world. Self-focus is self-respect. It's drawing boundaries. It's saying no to nonsense. It's choosing growth even when it's uncomfortable. This isn't about arrogance, it's about alignment. When you focus on you, you elevate every area of your life. Your relationships become more authentic. Your work becomes more meaningful. Your goals become more attainable. Why? Because the center is strong. 1.5. Practical focus, turning intention into action. Here's how to begin sharpening your focus today. Get clear on what you want. Write down your top 3 goals. Not 30. Just 3. What matters most in the next 90 days. Create a daily focus ritual. Every morning, take 10 to 15 minutes to center yourself. Journal. Meditate. Visualize. Set your intentions. Eliminate one major distraction. Pick a habit, app, or routine that's pulling you away from your goals, and cut it. Protect your time. Block time each day for uninterrupted work on you. Your body. Your mindset. Your mission. Track your focus. At the end of each day, reflect. Did I move closer to my goal today? If not, why? 1.6. Your future is the result of what you focus on now. Understand this. Your future isn't written in the stars. It's written in your focus and what you choose to do, think, and prioritize today. If you want to build a better life, better habits, better health, better income, better relationships, it starts by choosing every single day to focus on you. No one's coming to save you. No one's going to hand you the life you dream of. But you have everything you need to win already inside you. All that's missing is your decision to focus. Chapter 2. Silence the noise, removing distractions to elevate your mind. Let's get brutally honest. The world is louder than ever. We live in an era of infinite information, constant connectivity, and endless interruptions. And while technology has created unprecedented opportunity, it has also created a mental battleground, one where your attention is under constant attack. Every beep of your phone, every notification bubble, every breaking headline, it's noise. Not just external but internal too. And if you don't learn to silence the noise, you'll drown in it. To focus on you until you win, you must master the art of removing distractions, not just the obvious ones, but the subtle, insidious ones that chip away at your mental energy without you even realizing it. 1. Identify the noise in your life. The first step in removing distractions is awareness. You cannot fix what you don't first identify. So ask yourself right now, what's stealing my time on a daily basis? What habits are consuming my energy without giving anything back? Who or what makes me feel scattered, drained, or disconnected from my goals? Distractions come in many forms. Digital distractions, social media, constant texting, mindless scrolling, endless notifications. Environmental distractions, a cluttered space, background noise, lack of boundaries at home or work. Mental distractions, overthinking, anxiety, self-doubt, worrying about things beyond your control. Emotional distractions, toxic relationships, unhealed trauma, trying to please everyone. Here's the truth, not everything or everyone deserves your attention. Focus is a choice. It's the decision to say no to the unimportant so you can say yes to what truly matters. 2. Create a distraction-free environment. You can't win in chaos. Your environment should reflect your priorities. Declutter your space. A messy desk often equals a messy mind. Clear the space around you to allow clarity within. Set up a focus zone. This could be a dedicated room, a corner of your home, a coffee shop, anywhere that signals to your brain, this is where I do my work. Remove digital temptations. Use tools like app blockers, do not disturb modes, or even grayscale mode to reduce the urge to pick up your phone. Establish physical boundaries. Let others know when you're in your focus time. You don't owe 24/7 access to anyone. Your space should support your success. If it's not helping you grow, change it. 3. Train your mind to resist distraction. Even in a quiet room, your own thoughts can be the loudest noise. Regret from the past. Worry about the future. The inner critic whispering, you're not enough. You must train your mental discipline like a muscle. Here's how. Practice mindfulness. Meditation, even just 5 to 10 minutes a day, helps you become more aware of your thoughts so you can direct them with intention. Use the not now technique. When distractions arise, acknowledge them, then mentally say, not now. I'm focusing. Journal your thoughts. Getting your worries and to-dos onto paper clears your mind and lets you work with full presence. Breathe. Never underestimate the power of a deep breath to return you to the now. Focus is not about forcing your mind to be still. It's about gently bringing it back when it wanders. Protect your time like it's sacred. Your time is the most valuable currency you own. And once spent, you never get it back. Here's how to protect it. Schedule deep work sessions. Block out time each day for focused work, no interruptions, no multitasking. Batch your tasks. Group similar activities together to minimize mental switching. Say no more often. Every time you say yes to something trivial, you say no to something important. Audit your time. Track where your hours go. You'll be shocked at how much time leaks away to things that don't matter. People won't always understand your need to disconnect, and that's okay. You're not here to please everyone. You're here to build something meaningful. 5. Disconnect to reconnect. Sometimes the most powerful way to focus on yourself is to unplug from everything else. Take digital detoxes. Even just one day a week without screens can reset your brain and recharge your focus. Go into solitude. Find time each week to be alone with your thoughts, your goals, your truth. Growth happens in the stillness. Connect with nature. It grounds you, calms you, and reminds you of what's real. You weren't designed to be constantly plugged in. You were designed to create, to think, to dream, and those things require space. 6. Replace distractions with intentions. Removing distractions is not about creating a void. It's about making space for intention. So fill the silence with purpose. Read, learn, reflect, create. Move your body. Nourish your spirit. Focus on a craft. Develop a skill. Build meaningful relationships. Every minute you reclaim from distractions is a minute you can invest in yourself. And every day you silence the noise, you grow stronger, clearer, more aligned with your vision. Chapter 3. The Mindset of Persistence. Keep going when it gets tough. Let's be honest. It's easy to stay focused when everything's going your way. When the path is clear, the sky is blue, and you're seeing results. But what happens when you hit a wall? When the progress slows down, when setbacks appear, when the world feels heavy and you're tired of trying? That's the real test. This is where most people give up. They quit on their goals, walk away from their dreams, and tell themselves, maybe it just wasn't meant to be. But you're not most people. Persistence means continuing forward. Not because it's easy, not because you're feeling inspired every day, but because you made a decision. A decision to keep showing up. A decision to win no matter what. Every champion was once a beginner. Think of the people you admire most. The icons, the trailblazers, the underdogs who made it. Every one of them faced failure. Every one of them struggled, doubted, and thought about quitting. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. These weren't easy failures. They were painful, public, and personal. But what did they do? They persisted. They stayed locked in on their vision. They focused on themselves until they won. Shift from emotion to discipline. Persistence is not about feeling good every day. Motivation is a spark. It burns bright, but it fades fast. Discipline is the engine that keeps you going long after the spark is gone. You won't always feel like doing the work. You won't always see the results you want. You won't always get the support or applause. But you must keep going. Train yourself to take action regardless of how you feel. Say it out loud with me. I am committed to the process, not just the result. I do what needs to be done even when it's hard, even when it's boring, even when no one is watching. That's the mindset that builds champions. Rewire the way you see failure. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. When you hit a setback, your brain tries to tell you, you're not good enough. It's not working. You should stop. But you can rewire that voice. Start seeing failure as feedback. It's information. It's showing you what didn't work so you can adjust, improve, and grow stronger. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. If you fall 7 times, get up 8. If the door closes, build your own. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself twice as hard. Persistence is refusing to let failure be the end of your story. Mental exercise. Build your inner voice of grit. Let's do a quick exercise. Close your eyes. Imagine the hardest moment of your journey so far, the one that almost made you quit. Now imagine yourself standing in that moment again. But this time your future self is there, the you that made it. The version of you that stayed focused and won. What does that version of you say? Maybe it's, "This pain is temporary but quitting lasts forever. I've come too far to turn back now." Keep moving. Even if it's slow. Just keep going. Hold on to that voice. Make it louder than the fear, louder than the doubt. That voice is your weapon. That voice is persistence. Build rituals that anchor you. Persistence isn't just mental, it's practical. Create systems and routines that keep you grounded when things get tough. Here are a few powerful tools. Daily journaling. Write about your wins and lessons every night. Track your growth. Micro goals. Break big goals into tiny steps. Progress, even if small, builds momentum. Visual reminders. Post your goals where you see them every day. Make your dreams impossible to ignore. Affirmations. Speak life over your journey. Train your mind to expect greatness. Example affirmations. I am resilient. I overcome obstacles with strength and grace. Every day I move closer to my goal. I am unstoppable. You win when you refuse to quit. Persistence doesn't always feel glamorous. Sometimes it's waking up early, staying in on weekends, or working in silence while others party. But here's the truth. You win when you refuse to quit. Because the people who win in life, they aren't always the smartest or the luckiest or the most talented. They're the ones who stayed focused. The ones who believed in their vision when no one else did. The ones who kept going when it would have been easier to stop. And you can be that person. Chapter 4. Invest in yourself. The key to long-term victory. Let's make one thing clear. You are your most valuable asset. Not your job, not your followers, not even your bank account. You. And the people who win in life are the ones who understand this and act accordingly. Investing in yourself means putting intentional effort into developing your mind, body, spirit, and skill set. It's about creating the version of yourself that's capable of handling success, and more importantly, sustaining it. Because here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits, your character, and your preparation. That's where self-investment comes in. 1. Sharpen your mind. The most powerful tool you have is your mind. If you don't feed it, it will shrink. But if you nurture it, challenge it, and expose it to new ideas, it will expand beyond what you ever imagined. Start by reading daily. Even 10 pages a day can change the way you think over time. Choose books that stretch your thinking. Personal development, finance, psychology, biographies of great people, or even philosophy. Listen to podcasts that make you think deeper. Take online courses, attend workshops, and seek out mentors. Never stop learning. The world changes fast, and so should you. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. Jim Rohn. You must treat your mind like a garden. Plant good seeds, remove weeds, and water it consistently. 2. Master your craft. Whatever your field is, business, art, fitness, leadership, master it. Study it. Obsess over the details. Excellence is not an accident. It's a choice you make every day. Winners aren't born with talent. They build it. Through repetition. Through feedback. Through failure. Through practice. Set aside time every week to sharpen your skills. Whether it's an hour of deep practice, working with a coach, or reviewing your past performances, get better on purpose. Don't just do what you're paid to do. Do what develops you into the person you're destined to become. 3. Protect and strengthen your body. Your body is your vehicle through life. If you don't maintain it, everything else breaks down. You want mental clarity? Start with physical discipline. You want consistent energy and drive? Start with your health. That means getting enough quality sleep, at least 7 hours. Eating real, whole, nutrient-rich food, not just junk that numbs your stress. Moving your body, daily walks, strength training, yoga, or whatever gets your blood flowing. Staying hydrated and managing your screen time. Your physical state is deeply tied to your emotional and mental state. You can't win the game of life when you feel like trash. Health is not a luxury, it's a requirement for success. 4. Build emotional intelligence and resilience. It's not just about brains or muscles. It's also about how you respond when life doesn't go your way. Develop your emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize and manage your own emotions and to understand others. This isn't soft, it's strategic. People who can manage their inner world tend to manage their outer world with much greater clarity and effectiveness. Learn to pause. Learn to breathe. Learn to reflect instead of reacting. Journaling, meditation, and therapy are not signs of weakness. They're tools of elite performers. And resilience? It's built through exposure. Through embracing challenges instead of avoiding them. Don't run from the hard stuff. Use it as fuel. Hard times create strong people. and strong people build strong lives. 5. Upgrade your environment. You become like the people you surround yourself with. So ask yourself, who's pouring into you? Who's challenging you to level up? Who's draining you or distracting you? Invest in your circle. Join masterminds. Seek out mentors. Find people who stretch your thinking, not shrink it. Clean your physical space too. A cluttered environment reflects a cluttered mind. You need a space that supports your focus, not sabotages it. You're not just upgrading your mindset, you're upgrading the soil in which your mindset grows. 6. Practice intentional solitude. One of the most underrated forms of self-investment is time alone with your thoughts. We live in a world that fears silence, but it's in silence that clarity emerges. Go on solo walks. Sit in nature. Take 30 minutes a day without your phone. Ask yourself big questions. Who am I becoming? What really matters to me? Where am I wasting my potential? The more time you spend understanding you, the less you need the world's approval. That's true power. You are the ROI. Everything you invest in yourself, every book, workout, moment of reflection, every hard choice you make to grow, compounds. The return on investment isn't just money or fame. It's clarity, confidence, peace, resilience, wisdom, fulfillment. When you invest in yourself consistently, you won't have to chase success. It will begin to flow through you and toward you. People will notice. Opportunities will find you. Not because you were lucky, but because you became someone ready to receive it. So make the decision now. Be the person who reads when others scroll. Be the one who practices while others procrastinate. Be the one who chooses growth every single day. Because when you invest in yourself, relentlessly, unapologetically, and long-term, you don't just win once. You win for life. Chapter 5. Celebrate progress. Winning is a journey, not a destination. Too often we think of winning as a finish line. A moment when the crowd cheers, the lights flash, and the world recognizes us. But here's the truth. Winning isn't a single moment. It's not a final destination. Winning is a process, a journey, a way of life. When you start focusing on you, you're planting seeds. Seeds of growth, transformation, and self-mastery. And every step forward, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, that's progress. That's victory. But if you're always chasing the next thing, the next milestone, the next goal, you risk missing the beauty of what you're building. You risk burning out. You risk forgetting why you started in the first place. The illusion of arrival. Many people fall into the trap of believing, I'll be happy when I lose the weight, when I make 6 figures, when I buy the car, the house, the lifestyle. But what happens when you get there? The goalpost moves. The bar gets higher. And suddenly you're chasing again. That's because fulfillment doesn't come from arriving. It comes from growing. The real win? Becoming the kind of person who doesn't give up. Who shows up every day. Who improves by 1%, consistently. Why celebrating progress matters. When you celebrate progress, you're not just giving yourself a reward, you're reinforcing powerful beliefs. I'm capable. I'm moving forward. My efforts matter. This builds momentum, and momentum is the secret to lasting transformation. Progress might look like this. Saying no to something that drains your energy. Waking up 15 minutes earlier to meditate. Making a tough decision that aligns with your values. Getting back up after a setback. Celebrate these moments. They are your stepping stones to success. Create a system to track and celebrate wins. Winning requires awareness. Too many people keep track of their failures but forget their victories. Don't be one of them. Here's how you can shift that starting today. Win journal. Every evening write down 3 wins from the day, no matter how small. Over time you'll build a library of progress. Milestone markers. Set checkpoints. When you hit one, pause. Reflect. Celebrate. Voice notes. Record messages to your future self. Capture your thoughts, your emotions, your pride in what you're building. Gratitude practice. Gratitude shifts your brain to notice the good. It reminds you that you're already living parts of the life you once wished for. Redefine what winning means to you. You don't need someone else's definition of success. Maybe winning for you isn't about being the richest, the loudest, or the most followed. Maybe it's about peace of mind, freedom from old patterns, becoming the parent, partner, or leader you always wanted to be, having the courage to be fully, authentically you. That's winning too. The moment you stop comparing yourself to others and start honoring your unique path, you reclaim your power. You return to focus. And that's where magic happens. Progress over perfection. Some days you'll feel like you're not moving fast enough. You'll stumble. You'll fall back into old habits. It's okay. Don't let a tough moment erase everything you've built. Progress isn't linear. It zigzags. It ebbs and flows. But every small effort adds up. Remember this: one bad day doesn't define you. What defines you is how you rise, how you continue, how you recommit. Thank you for listening to Focus on You Until You Win. Remember, the greatest success you'll ever experience starts with you and your focus. You have the power to shape your future, to overcome challenges, and to achieve your dreams. Now it's your turn. Focus on you. Focus on your goals. Focus until you win.